So good evening to everybody. I can see that people are already starting to to tune in, so that's really great to see. Obviously, because we've had the clocks change, so that was something that may have stopped people from joining tonight. So good. Welcome to everybody, whether you're brand new to meditation or whether you have meditated for years. This is just an opportunity each night from Sunday through to Thursday to see how things are for you, really. We sometimes come to a time in our lives when we feel like it's the right time. We've chosen to come to meditation, therapy, or whatever it might be. But actually, this is, I suppose this is so different because we're here. We're here all together at the same time for the same reasons. So it makes it a little bit different. Sometimes we can choose to distract ourselves. We book holidays, we go shopping, we do things to avoid having to go through the nitty-gritty, the stress, the challenges, but actually having to stay isolated, having to stay in our own homes as much as we can. We're being forced into having to spend time in this way. We can't just jump on a plane and escape to wherever it might be. So I watched a beautiful long talk by Jon Kabat-Zinn, who was on YouTube, and you can find him on YouTube, with regards to the COVID virus, and a lot of it focused on that. And it was just really, amazing to hear him with his wisdom to say that if we have ever needed to turn inwards into ourselves, then now is the time to do that. So these practices each evening together at 8 o'clock will be an opportunity to do that, an opportunity to turn inwards and allow something that we've got within our own bodies, our breath, our body, whatever it is, to help us through this, to create some stability at this time of great uncertainty. So it's great to have you here if you've joined us. So let's just start by finding a comfortable place to sit, a comfortable as possible place. So either a chair or a cushion, even the floor if this is most comfortable. Finding a comfy place for you to sit for the next 10-15 minutes. And coming into a posture which allows you to feel comfortable and relaxed, but also with a little bit of wakefulness as well. So the feet on the floor or crossed, however feels best for you, and the body upright. So growing tall up through the spine, with the head just gently balanced on top, the crown of the head being the highest point, and the hands either just resting on the lap or clasped together, however feels best for you, to just allow the shoulders to be able to drop and rest. So the shoulders aren't, you're not sitting like this, the shoulders really tight, just allowing the shoulders to drop, fall backwards. And then the invitation is to close your eyes if this feels comfortable. And if it's not comfortable, then just lowering your gaze. Just allowing this to be a time for you. It's not being selfish at all. In fact, it's just giving yourself some support at this time. And you'll be better able to be okay in yourself, and then better to be there for others if you've just given yourself this little bit of time out. So as you first come to sit, then just allowing this base to feel stable as you can. So If the feet are in contact with the ground, just really sensing into that contact. Just noticing any pressure points, any touch points of the feet in contact with the ground. Any temperature. What's here to be noticed? And then just scanning up to the place where the body is in contact with the chair, the bench, the cushion, the bed, wherever you're sitting. Just notice this contact. And then now inviting you to take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in and letting go on the out breath. As you let go, just allow the body to sink into the surface on which you're resting. Just allowing the out breath to be a letting go breath. We're not trying to reach any kind of special state here. We're just simply bringing awareness to whatever is here. This is what mindfulness is. To whatever's here. Maybe as you sit here you feel highly stressed, narky, agitated. However you're feeling, just inviting you to roll out the welcome mat to whatever it is. Perhaps a sense of relief or relaxation, and that's great too. Just whatever's here to be noticed, just simply noticing it now. How am I in this moment? What's here to be noticed in the body and in the mind? Just noticing this from this stable posture. The weight of the body going down. The height of the body going up. And now inviting you to bring awareness to a sense of the breath. Just the natural flow of breath. The in-breath followed by the out-breath. If it feels too difficult to bring awareness to the breath, then you can bring your attention to the anchor of the feet to the ground, or the place in which the body is sitting on the chair or the bench. But if it feels comfortable, then just inviting you to really bring your awareness, as if when you see a toddler that's trying food for the first time, really interested and curious by this food or whatever, this toy, or a puppy, a dog that smells a smell for the first time. This sense of newness, new beginnings, curiosity, gentleness. Just bringing these qualities now to the breath, the sensations of the breath. And so noticing the breath either at the nostrils, noticing how the breath flows into and out from the nostrils. Perhaps even noticing how the breath is a little bit cooler as you first inhale into the passages of the nostrils and out again. Or maybe noticing the breath best in the rising and the falling of the chest. The in-breath and the out-breath. Or perhaps it might be deep down in the abdomen, right down in the belly, bringing your attention to the place which is best for you to notice the breath in this moment. And if you notice too that the mind has wandered off, say to worry or something that somebody said before that's just really coming back, you keep thinking about it, then just allow that for the moment to be in the center stage of your awareness, and notice how it's here 1 minute and then passes or lessens, fades. Just letting go, letting be, and coming back to the focus of the awareness with the breath or the body in this moment. If you find that the breath is racing, that you kind of got this anxious breath, then perhaps placing a hand over the heart region on the chest and just allowing this sense of touch, this contact, to connect you with the flow of the breath. Allowing the out-breath to be a little bit longer. Exaggerating the out-breath a little bit if you've got this quickening breath at the moment. If the mind is particularly busy, then you can maybe try counting. So counting 3 or 4 on the in-breath. 3 or 4 on the out-breath. Whichever works best for you, whichever feels the right thing for you to do, to bring awareness as best as you can to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Another way we can do this is to allow the arms and the hands to raise up on the in-breath and to return down on the out-breath. Raising the hands up on the in-breath and down on the out-breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And remembering that there's absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with worrying, thinking, wishing things were different from how they are. Wishing we didn't need to be living the way that we're living at the moment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Absolutely normal way to think. And our mind is just trying to figure it out. Figure out what's best to do to keep us safe at the moment. Oh, so just pausing in this way. Just allowing the mind, this worrying mind at these troubled times to come to a focus with something else, something different. And anchoring the attention to the breath or the body, or counting. Another way you can notice the breath, and this works particularly well with a busy mind, or if you'd like to try this with the kids, then this is from the Mindfulness in Schools project. We can just trace a finger around the opposite hand. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And just allowing the breath to breathe the fingers rather than the breath following the fingers. Breathing in and breathing out. So just allowing the body to pause, come to a stop, come to stillness. And bringing your awareness to the flow of breath perhaps noticing the start of the in-breath. Where does the in-breath start? And then inviting you to follow the breath for the full duration of the in-breath. Noticing where the in-breath becomes the out-breath. And following the full duration of the out-breath. Warmly congratulating yourselves for giving yourselves this time. Time to step out of the doing, busy mode and come to dwell in the being mode. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to achieve. You don't even need to try too hard at all at this. Just bringing a sense of stillness and awareness itself to the breath and the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And perhaps on the out breath, just allowing a sense of letting go. And letting the body sink deeper into the surface on which you're sitting. And inviting you to scan through the body and seeing if there's anywhere in the body in particular where you're holding any stress, any worries, perhaps in the belly, the tummy region, the diaphragm region, a bit of tightness, or tightness in the shoulders, or tightness in the chest, fast-paced, worried mind. Where do you notice where this difficulty is? And just allowing the breath to flow into and out from this region. Flowing into and out from the chest, perhaps. Or flowing into and out from the shoulders, the tightness of the shoulders. And if it's particular worries in the mind, then just allowing the mind to be gently guided, bringing the awareness of the mind to the breath. The flow of the in-breath and out-breath, just like the ocean waves flow into and out from the shore. Allowing the busy mind to settle on the waves of the breath. So just breathing for the next few breaths, just however you feel is right for you. Breathing the breath sensations. Just this breath. Just this moment. Nothing special, nothing to achieve, just to simply sit and allow the body and the mind to settle as best as you can. And no one said that this is easy, it takes practice. But just building that little muscle of mindfulness can be really helpful. Allowing us to turn into ourselves, tune into ourselves for stability through these times. Just this breath. And then letting go now of breathing in any particular way at all. Just come into a natural breathing rhythm. and inviting you to expand the awareness to taking a sense of the whole of the body now breathing. The feet, the legs, the torso, hands and arms, neck, throat and head. The whole of the body sitting here in this moment. And then expanding even further to take in sounds from the outside, perhaps the wind, sounds from the house. And then when you're ready, just gently opening your eyes. Taking a look around you, light, colours, shadows. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Just allowing the body to come back to a sense of movement. So thank you if you've been joining in with the meditation this evening. We'll meet again tomorrow at 8. I think the important thing is just to show up to practice, whether you feel like it, you don't feel like it. You can like it, you can dislike it, you can think it's boring. There's all of those things that you can bring when you come to sit to meditate, and that's absolutely fine. Just literally allowing your body to come to a sense of stillness, turning inwards and coming to a sense of the breath. So just a little tip for tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up in your bed, just perhaps before you do anything, before you start to tune into the news of what's going on, what's new today, just allowing yourself to firstly notice that you're lying in your bed, really sensing into the contact of the body with the bed, and then allowing yourself just a few of those kind of breaths, just to really turn inwards and allow yourself some of those breaths before you start to go about the rest of the day. So go well this evening, and do feel free to share it widely. These free practices are available for everybody. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.